The right to an abortion is now enshrined in Ohio's Constitution, but the Attorney General says some legal questions still remain. NBC4's Jamie Ostroff sat down with Dave Yost to discuss where Ohio's law stands now on reproductive rights. Jamie?
Well, the constitutional amendment protecting abortion that voters approved last month took effect about a week ago, but there is still a case pending before Ohio's Supreme Court over a law prohibiting abortions after about 6 weeks into a pregnancy. Attorney General Dave Yost acknowledged before the court that voters overrode the substance of that law, but still says this case should not be dismissed. Until November, Attorney General Dave Yost was tasked with defending Ohio's so-called heartbeat law, prohibiting abortion after fetal cardiac activity is detected. The law was placed on hold by a judge in 2022 until the court could decide whether it violated the state constitution. Then things changed in November when Ohio voters decided to amend the Constitution. The core prohibition of the Heartbeat Act, the prohibition on performing an abortion after a fetal heartbeat is detected, is overridden by the new amendment, Yost wrote in a December brief to the Ohio Supreme Court, when the amendment protecting abortion took effect.
The voters spoke loud and clear that they believe that this should be a constitutionally protected right. That's very clear, and I think that it's incumbent upon the state to respect that.
But the brief still takes issue with the fact that a lower court judge was able to put the heartbeat law on hold in the first place, arguing, quote, "It goes literally to the foundation of a representative democracy by providing a single county judge the ability to negate the acts of the people's representatives without any review for a very long period of time." Yost says in his brief that the court's guidance on that issue can inform other matters impacting Ohioans, such as state challenges to local gun control ordinances. Yost tells me he also expects courts to sort out how the new abortion amendment affects other existing laws on abortion.
Things like regulation of ambulatory surgical facilities. We, as a state, regulate the practice of medicine, so that's an appropriate set of issues to work on going forward, recognizing that the people have spoken.
Lawyers for the group that had sued to block the heartbeat law also filed a brief this month asking the Supreme Court to dismiss the case because they believe the state's argument is now moot.